Top 10 quarterbacks in this upcoming 2025 NFL draft that is just days away. Can feel it at this point. For me, in tier 1, there is just one. I think you know who it is as well. It is Cam Ward. He is the number 1 overall pick in this draft. He is worth, frankly, in my view, a 102 in Superflex drafts. He's got top 12 quarterback potential, QB1 for your dynasty teams. He has functional athleticism. How do I mean by that? He can escape the pocket, extend plays, make big plays down the field constantly. He'll get you 2 points a game on the ground, but he'll get you much more through the air. The trajectory that he has shown since the initial transfer from Incarnate Word to Washington State, he's gotten better each stop. He has a level of playmaking and consistency, the sturdiness with his build physically that just isn't quite matched in this class. You look at the resiliency that he's shown. Frankly, some self-inflicted, self-manufactured adversity throughout this past season. Digging himself and his team there in Coral Gables a bit of a hole. Have to come out from under it in the second half, and he did that. He constantly delivered. Would have loved to have seen him in the playoff. Unfortunately, Miami's defense throughout this year had some other things to say about that. But you look at the Titans going number 1 overall, the opportunity, the franchise acknowledgement that he is going to get, only him and no one else in this year's crop of quarterbacks. He's going to get incredible opportunity. The team will build around him this draft, next free agency class, and beyond. Cam Ward, he is a great opportunity for you in your rookie drafts if you're looking for an answer at quarterback. Love his potential. Love what he brings to the NFL as a day 1 starter. Tier 2 for me is a group of 3 that I view as potential first-round top 12 picks in your dynasty rookie drafts, and guys who are likely going to be in that top 32 mix, first-rounders come Thursday. Where exactly? It's getting a bit more ambiguous, seemingly by the hour. Time will only tell, but for me, starting in this tier, Shedeur Sanders, who has gotten so much polarization as either, oh, he's this number 1 quarterback in this class, no doubt, or he's, oh my gosh, maybe number 11. I am in the middle. I am much closer toward a positive extreme. You have to acknowledge on the field what he has done, what he has overcome to get back up play after taking an absolute beating with that offensive line, lack thereof, the past several seasons, going through a coaching carousel of coordinators. He has shown on tape an ability to hang in there and to make big-time throws. He also has the ability to maneuver outside the pocket, some escapability to his game, not quite to the degree of Cam Ward, doesn't quite have the strongest arm, but it's good enough to succeed at the next level. Throws with touch, has some anticipation to his game. The team he goes to, along with the other 2, particularly in this tier, it's going to tell us a lot. It's going to give us an idea of what to expect. The talent in front of him, the talent around him. I see top 15 ceiling in Dynasty, high-end quarterback 2s, and that's well worth a late first in rookie drafts when you consider that he is Deion Sanders' son. He knows what to expect. He has an idea of what the NFL is going to be like, the type of mindset he needs to have if he's going to be successful in the NFL, how to be a pro. That's all going in Shedeur's favor. Jalen Milroe at 3 for me. I just can't put him any lower when you consider the rushing upside, the immense fantasy upside that he presents. It's so easy to clown on Jalen Milroe for end-of-season woes, but you can't blame it all on Jalen Milroe. We're in the game, at least I am, how I view this, of betting on the highs, being glass half full. And with Jalen Milroe, would you have loved to seen a more natural trajectory progression throughout the season? Sure. But you look at some of those early games, you look at the Georgia game, some of the best tape that you'll see physically, beyond the rushing, the mechanics are awesome. The repetition, the arm talent that he has, the arm strength, that plays any day. Does he end up being a Cleveland Brown, a Steeler? So many teams that you could realistically see if they either pass on QB early or they're just sitting at the back end of the first round. It makes for such an intriguing watch come Thursday night, makes for intriguing debate how to make sense of it all. Let me know how you guys view these quarterbacks ahead of the NFL draft. And if you want to deal with ambiguity and uncertainty, get your own Dynasty Psych Eval. Get a personalized, customized plan for how to maneuver this offseason, this upcoming draft, your rookie draft, an assessment of your players, your picks on your roster, who you're competing against. Comprehensive video, long form like this, and a personalized eval page, link in the description. Rounding out this tier, it is Jackson Dart for me, a guy who I disclosed in my wide receiver ranking video. If you haven't watched that, please do. When talking about Trey Harris, my mind has slowly shifted toward acknowledging the primary role that Jackson Dart had to play in a Trey Harris success. Whereas maybe it was Trey Harris carrying Jackson Dart, that pendulum has certainly swung closer to Jackson Dart for me. He has athleticism, he's got arm strength, he's got arm talent. You see improvement, you see the trajectory. There is runway with Jackson Dart, and he's certainly going to be an attractive player for teams picking in that second half of the first round, maybe even higher. There's always shocks and surprises. Can't rule that out. Potential top 10, who knows? The Saints, rumors out there. We'll see where Jackson Dart goes. He shows escapability. He shows some little rushing upside. And he shows an ability to throw the ball downfield, to drive the ball across the middle, outside, rounding out this tier 2 for me, guys that are going to be in contention to be first rounders in your rookie drafts. Do you guys agree with this? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to tier number 3. I see why there's a lot of love for Tyler Shuck, why he's been on this crash course for, frankly, where the tier 2 guys are set to be picked. Play after play, time and time again, he's putting the ball in a place for his guy to make a play. And let me be clear too, there weren't a lot of big time plays made by his pass catchers at Louisville, giving him a benefit of the doubt in that sense. If he had a better supporting cast, I can only imagine what the numbers would have looked like. But you watch the tape, he's got sufficient arm strength. He's got arm talent. Unfortunately for him, a bit of a tough moment at the combine. I know a viral clip that's been making waves recently. Shout out to Brett Coleman. Incredible work. Unbelievable video work that he's able to do at the combine with his access there. Tyler Shuck, bit of an opening in the hips. Iron one in there, a little bit of a weird motion. That was just a 16-yard duck, 3 yards wide of the target. Not a great look. But you consider Tyler Shuck, what he's put on tape, what he showed at the Senior Bowl, being voted the best by his peers there throughout that practice week. There's considerable things to like with Tyler Shuck. The 40 in the combine, 4.63, massively impressive. And that straight line speed does show at times. But there's also some issues when it comes to lateral movement. Concrete shoes, it seems like at times, where he just can't escape the pocket. And that's a bit of a concern for me. When you also factor in he's going to be 26 very shortly into his rookie season, compared to the other guys in front of him, he just doesn't have as long of a runway. We're talking Dynasty Fantasy Football. 26-year-old quarterback, you've got to show things quick. Not that I think he's incapable of succeeding early in the NFL, but he's got to do it as soon as he steps foot onto the field effectively, or else he'll quickly fall out of favor amongst the Dynasty community. Along with Will Howard, are to me guys that could be second rounders in rookie drafts, but I more likely view as potential early third round type of players. Talk about trajectory with Will Howard. Transfers from Kansas State to Ohio State, got better as the year went on. Think about the size, think about the athleticism. He can move a bit side to side, escape the pocket, give you some rushing upside. The refinement, the touch on throws. I can see a team middle day 2 taking a shot on a Will Howard, and then it becomes pretty spicy. Dylan Gabriel for me, QB7, a guy that's transferred a few times, starting at UCF, then to Oklahoma, now most recently at Oregon, the same system that Bo Nix just came from. He's got talent, I see why Oregon opted for a Dillon Gabriel when you consider the ability to keep you on schedule, clinical, methodical, not incredible rushing upside, but he can still move. I think that has to be understood here. A guy that's a little bit undersized, lefty. Oh my gosh, who are we going to think there? Not as sturdy physically as Tua, but the overuse of any lefty seemingly that comes in the NFL. Oh, it's Tua. I see shades of a Brock Purdy. You want to call him a lefty Brock Purdy as the upper echelon, 90th, 95th percentile comp. I could see that type of rise if everything goes right for a Dillon Gabriel. I very well could. Sufficient arm talent compared to other guys in this class for his size. I mean, he's able to really thread the ball in there. There is a reason that he was a Heisman finalist. Starting this tier, guys that very well could be late third round, priority fourth round picks in rookie drafts. Kyle McCord, another transfer guy from Ohio State to Syracuse. Unfairly, in my view, criticized for Ohio State shortcomings a year ago. Goes to Syracuse and absolutely shows out. Passing yards out the wazoo, leading all of college football. Interceptions, unfortunately, creeping up at times. A bit of an issue. The Pitt game in particular. Took accountability and then went on a bit of a tear to end the season. Beating a Miami, ending their playoff hopes. What he potentially projects as, talk about 95th percentile comps. I could see a trajectory like a Kirk Cousins. Sturdy pocket passer. You know what you're going to get in the right system. I can see an NFL starter there with Kyle McCord. I really can. Riley Leonard for me in this tier, the worst pure passer, but I prefer athleticism. And why not take a swing on an athlete, on a guy who truly provides rushing upside as far as fantasy is concerned. Not going to rack up 300 plus passing yards. Look at the Ohio State game, the title game, the grit that he showed, that opening drive. And then toward the end of the game, bit of a surprise comeback, putting the ball right where only his guy could make a play. Some team is going to take a bet on early day 3, I would expect. And if it's a team that has a bit of an older quarterback, why not spend a third, fourth round pick worth a bit of a dart throw in the right context in Superflex rookie drafts? As is a Quinn Ewers. You're holding on to raw arm talent, not really putting it together at any one point in Texas in any one stretch. Dealt with some injuries, shown accuracy. He shows nuance with his ability as a passer. It's just never fully come together. We'll see where he goes. The situation, could it provide a sliver of hope? A sliver worth an absolute dart throw, low risk, potential middling reward? I could see it with Quinn Ewers. Who do you see it with as potential quarterback sleepers? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of this class? What do you think of this top 10? See you soon with another rankings video in the build up to this 2025 NFL draft, guys. If you're looking for any advice, don't know what to do, secure your eval, customized advice that you can't beat. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a great one.